E aí, pessoal, aqui quem fala com vocês é o RMC Games. Como é que vocês estão aí, galera? Espero que esteja tudo 100% com vocês. Turma, hoje vou trazer aqui no canal a primeira hora do game Alan Wake 2. É um game de terror, galera, de survival horror. Espero que vocês gostem. Eu sei que muitos de vocês já viram aí bastante gameplays aí do game, mas eu vou trazer a minha experiência para vocês. Então, se puderem já deixar aquele seu like, aquele seu joinha, que ajuda demais, galera. E para quem não é inscrito, se inscreva. Então é isso aí, turma. Então, sem mais delongas, bora para o game.
Back to the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
Então, começou aqui, galera. Do nada, assim, estamos com esse personagem aqui, uma situação nada agradável. E vamos ver o que rola aí, hein, turma. Aparentemente aqui as primeiras impressões do game, os gráficos são bem bonitos. Então vamos lá, galera, vamos ver aqui. Vamos caminhar aí com esse tiozinho aí nessa situação. Tem alguém ali, hein? Será que a gente passa? Alguém que tá procurando ele, será? Nosso personagem aqui. Vamos lá, turma. Vamos seguir o caminho. Uma coisa aqui se mexendo aí, hein? Para onde é que a gente vai? Não tem nenhuma instrução, hein, galera? Eita, nós. Passou um alce aí, hein? O que tá acontecendo com esse cara aí, hein? Não sei não, hein? Você pode correr. Vamos correr, tio. Dá essa barriguinha aí, hein? Tá precisando perder essa barriguinha. Eita, galera. Aconteceu alguma coisa aí, hein? Apareceu uma sombra aí na frente, vai ser um cara com machado. Que isso? Pra lá, tio. Beleza. Largados e pelados, galera, aí, ó. Pra vocês. Ó, tem mais alguém aqui, hein? A gente vai na direção da luz ou não? Eu acho que não, hein? Ali vai dar ruim pra nós, hein? Aqueles caras não são amigos não, hein? Aqui tem uma luz, hein? Ai! Que isso?
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers! I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo. Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up. Here we are, Cauldron Lake.
Time to get to work. A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
Capítulo 1, convite. Vá à cena do crime, ache os policiais.
Memorizing. A before we get swallowed up by the
E aqui
trees.
então. Olhar o mapa.
I think I hear someone.
Temos um mapa aqui, hein, turma. Nada muito acentuado não, hein? Ver aí, vamos pra lá, hein? Seguir o nosso amigo.
Hey, over here.
Aqui tá o policial, hein?
Hey there. Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over
You're
the case.
half right. Anderson?
Eu é que mando aqui, beleza.
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that, Federal agents right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
Alguma testemunha do crime?
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
Vamos dar uma olhada no corpo.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Hey, Mulligan, tell them I'm here, waiting. I'll show them around.
They got it, Thornton.
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
Beleza então, turma. Então, vamos seguir aqui. Falou que tem alguns órgãos aí fora do corpo, é.
Before we get to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly.
Você pode acessar quadros de casos dentro do lugar mental.
The mind place. My version of the mind to sift through clues and work the case. Building the mind place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head. The facts are on the board.
Vamos ver aqui então.
Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
O quadro de casos é uma técnica mental que permite que a saga analise pistas e avance na investigação. Todas as vítimas dados como desaparecidos em 2010, sem outros pontos. Então aqui tem várias vítimas, né, turma? Todos pelo jeito ele... Perfil do assassino, ó. Beleza.
I see you're already hard at work, Anderson. Close to cracking it?
We're just getting started. Let's head down the hill to the crime scene.
Descer lá então, hein?
Nature gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
Hey, Casey. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Mm-hmm. Real funny, Anderson.
Descendo então, hein, galera. Vamos ver o que vai rolar lá embaixo, hein?
Stairs are out. You okay to jump down?
I'm not that old.
Ver aqui o que tem. Mirror Peak. A prodigiosa montanha ao longe e justamente Mirror Peak, o icônico símbolo acima de Caltron Lake. Vista do ângulo certo, a beleza dela se reflete na superfície tranquila do lago, um reflexo invertido glorioso. Beleza. Seguir aí, vamos descer lá para até achar o corpício.
Not a bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
Estamos chegando, hein, galera. Chegando perto do local, hein.
How much clearer can I make it, Mulligan?
Mercado.
Hey!
Cauldron Lake. Vamos lá falar com aquele policial, hein.
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you.
Ver aí o que vai rolar, hein.
FBI, huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob.
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
Those are real? You guys hiring?
Thornton, he's joking.
Let's just see this body, shall we?
Aqui está o local, galera. O local do crime. Investigue a
Now,
cena
this
do
is the
crime.
scene of the crime. We found him on the table. Now, we didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
Essa
Thanks,
situação
deputy.
nada boa.
No tarp. You owe
Okay.
me a coffee.
Let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders? Step
Olhar
1.
aqui.
Examine the corpse.
Primeiro passo é examinar o corpício, galera.
Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic.
Você desbloqueou sua primeira imagem principal. Você pode colocá-la no quadro dentro do lugar mental. Permite que a saga veja pistas. Você pode selecionar a imagem principal e colocar no quadro do caos. Cena do crime em Cauldron Lake.
Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
Outro corpo foi encontrado no bosque perto de Brighton Falls. Momento perfeito. Preciso ver se tem ligação com os assassinatos que estamos aqui para investigar. Beleza. Investigue a cena do crime. O que mais? Você pode obter pistas do corpo para avançar na investigação.
The killer left the heart right next to the body.
O coraçãozinho, galera.
Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down. Incised stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed.
Beleza. Voltemos aqui.
Nope.
É possível colocar pistas recém-descobertas na pergunta aberta.
Nah.
O coração foi removido, mas deixado na mesa perto do corpo. O assassinato foi interrompido.
No.
Beleza, galera. Damos uma investigada aqui. Por enquanto a gente tá tentando se acertar aí, hein, galera. Beleza, coloquemos esse outro aqui.
From chest, strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
As pistas solucionaram a pergunta aberta e desbloquearam uma dedução. Conforme você avança na investigação, novas perguntas serão desbloqueadas, atualizando seus objetivos. Você pode pressionar para ver os objetivos atualizados. Beleza, então acho que a gente conseguiu
Who is
aqui.
our victim? Who killed him? Need to find more clues.
Tentar achar mais umas pistas.
Multiple people were here. Multiple killers?
Várias pessoas estiveram aqui. A gente acha alguma
Someone was drinking
coisa.
beer. They spent time here, waiting. Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera?
Tem mais algumas pistas por aqui, galera. Perguntar alguma
Any
coisa.
idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. Now, I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale? Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
Beleza. Então descobrimos aí quem era o nosso amigo aí. Nossa vítima era esse daqui, então. Ninguém teve notícias desse cara por 13 anos. Por que apareceu agora? Onde ele estava? Vários conjuntos de pegadas. Bastante atividade aqui. Improvável que o nosso assassino esteve sozinho. Estivesse sozinho. O que mais?
Was he killed here or brought here after? For display.
Beleza, que mais a gente faz?
So you knew our victim.
Recognize him in his current state, but yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here,
I bet there's more to that story.
but no happy ending.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago, 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
Beleza, turma. Então descobrimos um pouco aí sobre a vítima.
Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago.
Beleza, vamos descobrir mais então. Ver o que a gente descobre mais aqui, hein, turma. Tem alguma coisa para cá? Uma coisa aqui, hein?
Wonder what's inside. I should take a look around for a way to open this thing.
É confuso. Siga as etapas. Lavar mãos, tirar frango da geladeira, tirar soneca. Beleza, vamos ver aí, hein? Mas a gente acha.
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
Você pode usar para ativar a lanterna. Qual é o botão da lanterna? Aí, beleza.
Hey there, Mr. Deer. You remind me of a dream I had.
Símbolo na parede aí, hein? Aparentemente não tem nada. Só tem esse símbolo, né, galera? Por toda parte tem esse símbolo. Bem estranho. Coisa aqui, hein? Que sirva de aviso demais invasores. Dizem que ao lago é uma caldeira, algo formado por uma erupção vulcânica, ou as cavidades que ela produz. Mas e se não for verdade? E se for outra coisa? Algo menos natural e muito mais criado pela humanidade. Intencional. Eu acho que o lago não foi formado, foi projetado e que tem um propósito. O lago é um esconderijo sobre a superfície tranquila, repousa uma máquina secreta, pronta para ser ativada com um botão. Por enquanto não tem mais nada pra cá, hein, turma? Descubra mais sobre o assassinato.
Anderson. Hey, let's get back to work over here, can we?
Voltar lá então, hein, galera. Nossa situação é lá.
Welcome back, Anderson.
O que a gente faz aqui agora, em turno?
Large amount of blood on the table. The victim died here. I think that's everything.
Temos mais uma. É bem confuso, hein, galera, esse negócio aqui, hein?
Boot prints, indicating multiple killers. Quite the party.
Parece novo, trazido pelos assassinos. Por quê? Para montar uma câmera, um filme, snuff, esquisito.
They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now?
A vítima.
Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together.
Você pode usar o perfil dentro do lugar mental de Saga para entrar na cabeça de suspeitos e vítimas. Usando a instituição Saga para analisar o perfil de pessoas equivalentes para descobrir pistas novas.
Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Flip the switch, it goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. And Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
Pessoas
Agent Nightingale
desaparecidas.
has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder.
Beleza. O que descobrimos aqui? Consigo sentir que Nightingale veio do lago. Mas por que agora, depois de 13 anos? Onde ele esteve? Beleza.
The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow. Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Well, okay. Well, I'll just wait here.
Beleza, então vamos dar uma investigada no lago, então.
This one of your hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
Dá pra subir, mas a gente tem que descer lá pro lago, hein?
What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
Haven't figured that part out yet.
Mm-hmm. Lots of questions.
Lots of answers for us to find.
I didn't know trees got that big.
Uma coisa passou aqui, hein,
Gives me
galera.
the creeps.
You need to get out more. It is kind of creepy, though.
Uma baita de uma árvore aqui, hein? Temos
There's a piece of
aqui.
paper on the ground. Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
It makes no sense.
A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Mm-hmm, like a manuscript. Page of a story. The killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading
the
the
words.
These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept?
Even if they knew it would end up hurting them. Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us.
Vamos ver aqui.
We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what.
O que ele atravessou uma rocha não faz sentido.
Doesn't make sense. I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense.
Beleza, vamos sair daqui. O que a gente faz agora, hein? Descubra o que aconteceu. Será que ainda é aqui no caminho mental que a gente tem que descobrir? Então o assassino está nos observando. Vambora.
Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside.
Beleza.
Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Então vamos lá, hein. Lá pedir pro policial levar o corpício lá
Whoever wrote
pro
that page made sure it read like a
necrotério pra
story.
examinar.
Like a scene from a thriller.
I hate all of it. The text said we'd find more. I believe it.
But what's the purpose? They're twisting events to create their own narrative. To do what? Entertain some fantasy? Projecting their desires? Are we characters or the audience? Witnesses to their design? All the above?
It's all about control. Deciding what happens to who. Don't let it drag you in.
Too late. I'm already hooked. I need the next chapter.
Então vamos indo, galera. Vamos.
Hey, you made it back. Good. I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Vamos levar o corpo de volta à cidade.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination, ASAP.
Sure, but the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Briggs at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Pegar a chave então.
Thanks.
Leve o carro de volta.
Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the Bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
Beleza, vamos lá pro nosso amigo então. Vamos voltar até o carro. Beleza então, vamos embora.
Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
Que vamos, turma. É bem assim, galera, o caso de detetive, é. Várias investigações para chegar numa conclusão, hein.
Can't fit the clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod? For a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
To stuff in something for us to find.
Onde é que ficou o nosso carro, hein? Pra cá, será?
Here we are. Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner.
Será que esse é o nosso carro? Acho que não é o da polícia, o nosso carro é esse outro, né? Isto. Então é isso aí, galera. Vamos encerrar o nosso vídeo por aqui. Quis trazer aí o comecinho aí do game para vocês verem como é que é, galera. Bem interessante, bem investigativo. Espero que vocês tenham gostado aí do começo do game. E se puderem deixar aquele seu like, aquele seu joinha, eu agradeço demais, galera. E para quem não é inscrito, se inscrevam no canal e ative o sininho, galera, para não perder nenhuma notificação aqui do nosso canal. Então, muito obrigado a todos pela presença. Valeu, até o próximo vídeo.